like us to just, I feel like there's a sense of very frenetic energy in here. I think we all need to take a deep breath. It doesn't have to be a loud breath. A deep breath and just center ourselves. Make sure you're in a comfortable place sitting next to someone that will just not be a hindrance to you enjoying this chapel. Okay? All right. So, welcome back a month later to our October chapel. We have some good things in store for you today, and we're going to start as we always do, as a way of getting centered. We are going to have George back there ring the bell. And what time is it, George?
11:20.
So George, you're going to ring it 11 times, and I want to remind us, this is actually a mindfulness practice. Bells are used for many, many things in so many religions around the world, as well as at Rectory School to signal it's dinner time or it's breakfast. And here we're going to use it in a very mindful way. When that final chime happens, I want you to listen, pay as close attention to that last chime until you just can't hear it anymore. Just listen to it fade away until you hear nothing left. It's also a good time to think of all the things that you have mulling around in your brain, and I have plenty of them right now, and just tuck them away. They're still going to be there, but just put them in a little box and push them out of your brain. And just be present here today. All that other stuff will still be there when chapel's done. But let's try to focus on being here in this beautiful space today. Right, and we're going to begin, as we always do, reading our Rectory Chapter covenant, which is a covenant is a promise. Okay, so this is the promise we make to each other when we come together in this space. We are each on a sacred journey to understand who we are in the context of the wide and wonderful world we share with one another. Though our neighbors' journeys may at times seem different than our own, we honor, respect, and celebrate. Each one of us is wonderfully created. Each one of us is special, and each person's journey is indeed sacred. And this is the time in the service where we light our peace candle. And again, this light is a symbol in many cultures, in many celebrations, in many religious communities, in many faith traditions, of hope. Light is often a sign of hope. So we light this candle every month because we want to acknowledge that there are places in our world, maybe in our families, in our hearts, where we're not at peace. So this is sort of to symbolize that. And so I want you to take this time to, whether it means to think about it or pray about it or just sit with it, we send out a light of hope for areas and people and places that need our peace. And as I have right here light the candle, you're in for a very special treat because Nora is going to play an instrument that is a, what is it called? Handpan drum. And we've never had this played at chapel before, so we're very excited. It's a very peaceful, meditative instrument. So Nora, why don't you grab your handpan and right here. Before we start with our readings, so just hang tight, I want to just explain where this theme came from this month. So at the end of last month's chapter, George Lynn approached me and said, I've got a theme for you for next month. And he said, pumpkins. And I was like, okay, I didn't know what to make of that. So I decided to just embrace this idea and we let it percolate in the Spiritual Life Committee a little bit, and we came up with a great incorporation of pumpkins using this metaphor. So you will see shortly when I talk some more about the many ways that we can learn from the pumpkin. So our readings today, you'll see, have to do with seeds and the meat of the pumpkin, the nourishment of the pumpkin, the light that we shine in our pumpkin. And so I want you to think throughout this particular parable, what is inside your pumpkin? And we will start with Lawrence.
He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in the field. Though it is small as our seed, yet when it grows, it divides from a garden plant, and becomes a tree, so that the birds can come and perch in its branches.
The meals we deserve are the ones which we serve, no matter the portions are small. If you're not being fed, then be you the bread and offer your goodness to all. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven.
Our practice is to light the lamp. You are like the candle. Imagine you are sending light out all around you. All your words, thoughts, and actions are going in many directions. If you say something kind, your kind words go in many directions. Then you yourself go with them.
Giant pumpkin seed. Today I went to town. Then I couldn't wait till I got home to plant it in the ground. I dug a hole and dropped it in and covered it with dirt and gave it all a gentle pat. I knew it couldn't hurt. One day I went back out to look and to see what I could find. There I saw a bunch of leaves were growing on the vine. I poked around the leaves, all circled in a ring. But where on earth is my pumpkin? I couldn't find a thing. Finally it did appear. For months I watched it grow. How big was this thing going to get? I didn't really know. And just before the frost appeared, I walked out back to see my pretty pumpkin all in orange and just as big as me.
Okay, this next song, I'm gonna let our students tell you a little bit about it. It's in Chinese. It's a really beautiful, beautiful song, and I wanted to share with them, just for those that don't understand Chinese, what it's about.
So this is the song about this author. When he was off, he went to another country, so he really missed his home. So he wrote a song about his hometown and how he loved it. It's called Handpan in China. 是梦，飞得太远，飘得太远，像没有尽头。当冬天来临的那一天，微微惊着脸，你们的笑脸，多想成为往前，只为复活。讨厌，他们划过悠悠的表情，天蓝的透明，像他的眼睛，那轮廓一眼，世界的倒影，在我脑海里，不停，不停，不停，不停，不停。并肩听他大叫变得浪漫，却在耳边轻轻说话。是否太早？是否太小心？梦被摇醒。我去找他，我唯一的他，他多想多发，在我脚下。今天起太阳月亮放在身边时光，好像用来代替对白。陪我去找他，我唯一的他，还有笑容、泪水、呼吸，那永恒的城堡，仅存的孤岛，不管谁进绕都不停，不停，不停，不停，不停。多想成为高墙，为他阻挡海浪，还拖着坠落的夕阳，身披上夜色，漆黑发光，那轮廓一眼，他的倒影，在我的心底，不停，不停，不停，不停，不停。
Right, so I need a couple, let's see, George, you're gonna volunteer back there for me. Ryan, you can help out over here. May need some teachers too. I'm gonna hand out something to you. I'm gonna hand you something, and I want you to imagine before I hand it out that you are from another planet, okay? Or you don't know anything about this natural world that Earth is. And I just want you're gonna be handed a little something in the palm of your hand. Yes, you could eat it, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to just notice it quietly. Not talk about it, just look at it, notice it, touch it, feel it. That's the instruction, okay? So I'm gonna grab every person gets one. So I'm gonna grab a little handful. If any teachers wanna help, we're gonna place one in every palm. So you can, so, one. Imagine you're from another land, another planet, and you see this little tiny thing, okay? We're gonna sit for a minute quietly. I want you to try to imagine, you have no idea what this is, just notice. I want you to think, what are you noticing about it? You don't have to share it with me right now. Just take a look, be curious about it, touch it, feel it, look at it from different angles. Okay, so without using words that we would know, like, you probably do know what this is. Who's anyone brave enough to share what they would observe as someone from another planet? What would you notice, Sam?
It's so small.
It's small. Okay, this thing here is small. Jacob. It's what? Green. It's a greenish color. Assuming you know that word green. I don't know. Ariana.
Both ends are pointy.
Both ends are pointy. Flat? Yeah, it's like a flattish. You want to say something, Ian? There's white stuff on the inside, so someone poked at his a little, which is fine. Anything else that we haven't already shared? Huh? Sorry. It kind of smells like a pistachio. You mean you have pistachios on your planet? I'm just joking. Yes, it has a nutty, maybe pistachio smell. It's smooth. Okay, so I wanted us to do this because this little random tiny thing, if you didn't know what it was, it would be hard to imagine, right? That it would grow into something so magnificent. So in case you haven't made the connection with our theme, it is a pumpkin seed, okay? So one of those little seeds grows into this, right? Pretty amazing. And sometimes these seeds grow into something that looks like this, or something that looks like this. Kind of bumpy and maybe by some standards, ugly. I don't know. Or beautiful, depending on your viewpoint. Different colors, different shapes, different textures. So there's our first connection to pumpkins. What is the seed inside of you? What is that little thing inside of you that is yet to sprout, that is yet to grow, that is yet to become something magnificent? We all have that, including the oldest people in this room, which might actually be me. We all have something. We all have that little something. So again, in silence, you don't have to share right now. I want you to just take a minute and think about what might be that little thing that's still yet to grow, or what is that little thing that I'm hoping will grow into something bigger. Okay, just take some time to think about that. Is there anyone that wants to share? You don't have to, but if there is someone. Oh, yes. Artistic talents. Uh-huh. Okay, I love that. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. It takes a lot of courage to share something like that. So she says she's got a little bit of artistic talent, but not the level that she would consider to be close to professional, but she might be able to grow that. One more, Logan.
My jump shot.
Your jump shot, okay. Something that's going to grow, huh? That's fair, good. I'm sure your basketball coach is somewhere in here happy about that. So yes, we all have a seed, and this seed might be a talent or a skill, but it might just be confidence. It might be sharing your love a little more with people, or being more open. All right, so we had some readings about seeds, and there's a famous one about the mustard seed, okay, in the Christian faith. The next thing is, raise your hand if you enjoy pumpkin pie, or pumpkin cheesecake, or Baker's Dozen pumpkin lattes. Yeah, okay. So, this very same pumpkin also provides food and nourishment. There's a lot of vitamins, a lot of nutrition in pumpkin. So, again, to bring it to the metaphor here, what is it about you? What do you have that can nourish others? Okay, and for some of you, maybe it's literal. Maybe if you're a parent, you literally feed your children. But I'm thinking more along the lines of what can you offer to someone that feeds their soul? Maybe you're someone who is a really good listener. Maybe you're someone who is makes people smile. I saw someone in the dining hall last week that looked kind of down and sad, and I didn't approach this person, but I immediately noticed another person noticed from across the room and came over and put their arm on their shoulder. And I thought, there's someone who really gets it, and they provided something for that student. So what is it that you have that can nourish others? And finally, did you want to volunteer it? No, Mejani, tell me. Kindness, yes. And I know that about you. You are a kind person. Mrs. Grant. Validation. Validation. You know what she means by that? Yeah, like someone says something, if someone shares something and you just say, yeah, I get it, or I hear you. Maybe that's your way of nourishing someone. George.
Understanding.
Understanding. Offering understanding is a way to feed someone's soul.
Laughter.
Laughter. Yes. There's so many stories of laughter that I can share at Rectory. Thank God for my coworkers and funny students.
Excitement.
Say it again.
Excitement.
Excitement. Getting the people pepped up and roused up, right? Sharing excitement does feed, maybe it feeds your teammates, right? When you're about to have a game against a team that you're not sure how you're going to do. That is an important quality to have. Money? Yeah, that's one way. Hey, no, it's a legitimate thing. Money is a way of making things happen. And if used in the right way, it is absolutely something we can offer. Small talk. Yeah, it doesn't sound silly. Sometimes that's just what we need to break an awkward silence, right? Yeah, that's very smart. Okay, finally, and probably the most entertaining thing about
turn
pumpkins
around.
is that we can light them. You say jack-o'-lantern, yes, jack-o'-lantern. Have you ever carved a pumpkin and put a light in it? Yeah. Super fun. I didn't have the energy to do it here for chapel, but Miss Spasso lent me her special fun decorations. So we know that when we put a light in a jack-o'-lantern, it automatically is so cool, right? And a carved out jack-o'-lantern is cool enough on its own, but when you light it up, it just shines. And we heard many readings about that very thing. Shining your light. There's a famous Buddhist monk named Thich Nhat Hanh who recently passed away, and he often made references to being the light that shines out to others. So think about that as well. What are you doing that will shine into others? How can you shine your love, your care, your compassion for others? So that's our little 3-part analogy with pumpkins. Thank you, George Lynn, for suggesting it. And again, I want you to hopefully take away those 3 things for today. On the way out, which we're not ready for yet, I have a basket of pumpkin candy. So you are all welcome to take one. That is my way of nourishing you today before lunch. Take a little pumpkin candy on your way out. I think I'm going to ask George and Ryan if you could be the guards of the pumpkin candy. Okay. With that said, I'm going to move us into the next part, which is our Howlers song. If you are a teacher that's been practicing this or even just wants to join in, come on up. You're probably wondering what to do with pumpkin seeds. It is edible, so you can just pop one in your mouth and crunch on it. If you do not choose to snack on that pumpkin seed, I ask you please don't drop it or leave it behind, under a cushion, because it's going to make the church messy. I will do this with another check in case, but please do something to put in your pocket or take a bite of it, or keep it in your pocket as a reminder. Maybe.
If they don't want it, I can help you collect them, maybe.
Say it again, George.
If they don't want it, I can help collect them if you need it.
If they don't want it, you'll collect it?
Yeah.
Thank you, George. Such an usher back there. I love it. So this song has a part that you're going to sing along with, and it's in your program. So under a Howler song, there's the refrain. So I'm going to teach it. We're going to teach it to you right now. I'm just going to sit here. So if you are the not, if you're on this side, you're gonna read the non-bold writing. If you are on this side, you're gonna read the bold writing, okay? We do that? And I will start helping out with non-bold writing. Here we go. As we prepare